Hello, everyone. Today we're going to talk about projectile and the concept of the two dimension. Okay, so in the projectile motion, everything that we talk about in the 1D kinematics still applicable, right? So remember we have the 4 equations for kinematics. So those are still valid. The only difference is the idea of two dimension. So in a projectile, you need to think one in terms of horizontal dimension, right? Horizontal dimension. And two, vertical dimension. So that is your number one idea, important concept that you need to have in when you tackle a projectile problem. So when you throw something, or maybe a rocket, or maybe a rock, right? So you throw it this way, give it initial velocity. So in the horizontal, so usually we say that's x. In the vertical, we say that's a y, right? So horizontal direction, you will see that is a, let me change in color here, that is a constant velocity motion. Well, if there's no, right, if no air resistance, right, if there's no air drag. In the vertical dimension, on the other hand, is a constant acceleration motion, right? Also here we say no drag, right? No air drag. Okay, so let's say you have an initial velocity, then you will have a v0, and that's called that theta. This will be v0 cosine theta. So that's going to stay with you no matter where you go. So this projectile will go and then it will come down, right? So if you look at the different position, you look at right there, okay? And now this would have a horizontal component, and that's still is v, this same, it would remain the same, right? That's called a vx. This would still be vx. That doesn't change, okay? And the vy is changing though, right? This v0, this is v0 sine theta, right? It's right there, right? v0 sine theta. So this v0 sine theta, when you come here, it will be a little bit smaller, right? So it will be that's called this one v1 now, right? So this is v1, and this theta is different now too, right? So that's called that theta 1. So this would be v1 sine theta 1, right? Or you can call that one vy1, right? And this is called vy0, right? So vy1 in this case, if this is the ground, right? So we treat this as the ground. So vy1, you know it will be smaller than vy0, right? Due to the gravity. Okay? So that's the part that I want to highlight, is that horizontal, you have constant velocity motion, right? So 定速度, right? 定速度, right? And vertical direction, you have constant acceleration motion, right? So this is 一定的, right? 恒, right? 恒定的一个加速度, right? Okay, so then you can apply your constant velocity motion equation and the constant acceleration motion equation from your chapter 2 kinematics. All right, and nothing else changed. So that is the essential part of projectile, chapter 3. Yeah, bye-bye. Okay, see you next time.